Yo, we got a video here today, and it's 7 reasons why this marketplace for dating has become a bit of a battlefield, especially for guys. Let's get right into it.
You can't make her ready. Women are staying single longer than ever. They want to go to college or uni. In the olden days, they were dreaming about their wedding day from the time they were children. Now, they dream about their university grad day. They want a career. In the old days, women wanted a decent job until they could find a man who they could have a family with and then stay home and be a mom.
This is actually quite a big problem, and this is only the number one so far, is they want to cash in the chips at 30, whereas, and I'll just speak for myself, I'm not going to speak for anyone else. There was a time period where, I was going after marriage. Maybe it was between the ages of 20 to 26 or 25. There was a 5-year gap where dating with intention, dating girls from church, all of that kind of crap. And then eventually you just kind of realize this point here is that you want to potentially settle down if you wanted to have a large family. They want to hold on right till the end and expect someone that only wants 1 kid, 2 kids, maybe 0 kids. They're looking for a guy just for a partner when he's 40 or when she's 40.
Now, they want to be CEOs and skip the bambinos. They want to be independent and try all the ice cream flavors. More on that in a minute. In the old days, women had some level of chastity and wanted to wait to give it up to that one special guy. Nowadays,
it wasn't that. The environment was way different. You would actually get socially ostracized for having children out of wedlock. You knew who the town bicycle was, and it was like, fine, she's a town bicycle, she'll just taste all the ice creams. And it was almost assumed that the town bicycle's not getting married. Just like the people that do the R-rated movies, it's like, well, they're doing the R-rated movies. That's what they want to cash in on. They don't want to get married. But now people are they want it all. They want to have this CC, 10 years of just riding hardcore CC, and then expect a guy to pick up the bill, pay for everything. She can be a stay-at-home mother now.
They're celebrating body count. 2, you can't eliminate her perceived competition, even if she's not all that. Men simping on social media give her sexual validation and make her think she's got more options than she really has.
What it shows you is that social media is fake, and some people are very gullible to think getting some DMs from some thirsty guy in a third world country means that your value is that rate in America or whatever else. But unfortunately, a lot of people are gullible. They want to just something that just makes them happy.
In the old days, women got a limited amount of real-world attention based on how much effort she put into her appearance and personality. Nowadays, it's all about Photoshop, Instagram pics, and simps fawning all over her. Even in real life, desperate, needy guys are simping all over her and chasing her. And occasionally, a Chad hooks up with her, only further deceiving her into thinking she still has options and that tap is never going to run dry.
That's the biggest illusion, is that just because a guy lays down some pipe with you on a Tuesday night, on a quiet Tuesday, I can now marry that same... No. It's when a guy brings you around his family and when he starts investing money in you, that's when you start thinking, man, yeah, maybe this guy will marry me. Not the fact that you just, bent over.
In the old days, average women had to make an effort. Nowadays, even below average women think they're God's gift. And her woke friends encourage this behavior by telling her how amazing she is and how she shouldn't settle because they're just as disillusioned as she is.
The friends, the lady friends, the cackle of hens. You won't believe the kind of terrible advice. And sometimes they purposely give bad advice too. Sometimes they do it by accident because they just don't know what they're on about. But sometimes they actually give bad advice too.
Another reason why modern dating is hard for men. Number 3, she's broken, but you can't fix her. Third wave feminism. single-parent household, social media, and woke Hollywood indoctrination have damaged her idea of reality. Modern feminism is teaching women to...
What were those four right there? What did we have on the board? The F word? I wonder where that originated. The promotion of single mums, well, that comes from the F word. Social media and news, I wonder who sort of runs and operates those. And then you've got Hollywood. So 4 things in society. And they're obviously run by just like devout Catholics, right? These are all Christian-run industries, Christian-run businesses, for sure, 100%.
Have damaged her idea of reality. Modern feminism is teaching women to dislike anything masculine. Anything male becomes toxic. In the old days, women loved being called feminine. It was a compliment, and they appreciated gender differences. Nowadays, they're trying to destroy gender differences, and the ones they can't, they call toxic. Single mom's bitterness towards her baby daddy influences her and her daughter's opinion of all men.
And when you talk to them on the rebound, and that's the first thing out of their mouth is, oh, how much of a piece of crap he is. As a guy that's a little bit got his eyes open, I think, oh, ouch. Maybe, I mean, she could say, but it's like they never say anything bad about themselves. It's always, oh, he needs to work on himself. He needs to improve. There is zero introspection. That's from some of my experiences.
Old days, only the really bad dads weren't invited to be a part of his kid's life. Nowadays, not only is the divorce rate through the roof and initiated mostly by women, but even the good dads are having restricted access to their kids. So he's not even able to have a positive influence on his daughter's life.
Well, it's just sad that the court system and just some of the ladies in general, because they used to be the saying, right? There's hell hath no fury like, a lady scorned. So they are now weaponizing the industry, the divorce industry, the child support industry. They get to weaponize it against a guy just because he left his undies out. He didn't put the dishes away.
Of course, social media reinforces these ideas by telling her she's the prize just for existing. Now, I know this sounds dire, but stick with me because there is hope. I've been doing this long enough that there are lots of success stories coming back now.
Oh.
But first, let's look at number 4, and this is kind of a big one. You can't undo the damage promiscuity has done to her. Studies...
But then that goes back to the first part of this, where it's like they don't want to settle down. And for me, if I'm at that age where they're not wanting to settle down, and that was potentially the age that I wanted to settle down, just hypothetically, now I get to move on to my older age and think, hey, I don't need to settle down anymore. Not with like some, half-used Arby's roast sandwich. But, I mean, everyone has their preferences.
Show the more partners she's had, the less likely she will be satisfied in a long-term relationship. In fact, studies show this is the case for both genders, for everyone. In the old days, only the Chads and Tyrones were getting all the action with a few easy women. Nowadays, if you develop your pickup skills, almost any guy can get it, if you know what I mean. Because a lot of women are...
Which really opens up the extra can of worms is pickup. Oh, pickup is so bad and toxic, controlling, but it works. The problem is it works. The same bag of tricks that have been used for hundreds of years, they seem to work. They seem to work on the more gullible of the two.
Are bragging about their tally. They want to notch up their body count. Of course, not all women are like this, but the younger they are, the more indoctrination into this kind of ideology they've been exposed to. And of course, if she's young...
I will just add one more point. When people say not all people are like this, that's like a less than 100 IQ sort of statement. It's like, really? I didn't think about that not all people are like this, rather than thinking there's percentages, there's a majority, there's a super majority. But yeah, not all. Thanks for that. I mean, it's just annoying that we have to keep bringing up the not all argument. But whenever you get that as a rebuttal, just realize that you're going to have to potentially walk them through the logic.
And has a lot of attention. She doesn't realize that's not going to last forever. In the old days, she was looked down on if she was promiscuous by both men and her peers. Nowadays, her peers cheer her on, and she doesn't realize the damage she's doing to her psyche and her potential future long-term relationships until she's hit the wall and it's too late. Not only that, but when she is finally done with Hoville, it's going to take her some time to undo all the damage that's done, if that can even be done. 5.
And you have to think as a guy, is that your responsibility as a husband to just psychologically repair somebody? I mean, sometimes even if you've got like a younger one, you might still have to quote unquote train them in certain things, because in the ideal world, the mother and the father has trained their daughter or son to be a husband or wife. It's happened within the family structure, but the family structure, single mums, they throw that around like candy, divorce candy. So the foundation to build up a wife or a husband has gone. Now social media tells you what's up.
You can't make her the right one. If her values, beliefs, and long-term goals don't align with yours, don't waste your time. If she treats you mean, she's mean. If she uses you, she's a user. Now, this actually hasn't changed since the old days, except...
What's funny is, in the old days, as a guy, the saying was, treat them mean, keep them keen. It was like, you were the one as the guy supposed to neg them and put them down a little bit, because then it made them interested in you, like, oh man, he's a hardcore guy, alpha.
Except that there are a lot more mean users in the world today because of all the aforementioned reasons. And key point, all of your love, attention, adoration, commitment will not change her values. I understand the challenges you face and why there are so many reasons modern dating is hard for men right now. But stick with me because there is good news.
Let's
6,
go.
You can't convince her to like you or change her wicked ways with logic.
So, I mean, I thought the good news was coming, but it's back into black pill time, but logic won't work. So you can't even walk them through their bad argument because they're not listening to you. When you're explaining something to them, it's almost like you're telling them off, so they have to shut down and sort of zone out, because when you're getting told off, if you want to take any kind of accountability, you're supposed to listen to what you did wrong and how you can improve.
Logic. Whether by nature or nurture, women are more emotional than men. Except in one case. I'll share that with you in a moment. But overall, men are more logical than women. But all your wonderful positive traits will not sway her over if you have to use logic to try and convince her of them. In the old days, women understood why men...
And this is why PUA kind of works, because PUA doesn't go off logic. It goes off like triggering certain emotions. The positive, the negative, the roller coaster, the sweet, the sour. You don't just give them one flavor, you've got to give them all the flavors.
And bragged and were flattered when he did, trying to impress her, trying to show his worth and value. Nowadays, women experience logic as boring and see any...
Nowadays, for like the past 1,000 years, they're boring. This isn't fun. And it goes back to that other song. How many of these like artists were trying to red pill people? Girls just want to have fun. Full stop, end of story, game over.
Any form of validating yourself to her as weak and insecure. To modern women, using logic to prove your high value actually has the effect of proving your low value. 7, you can't avoid rejection, and it will sting until you use the solution. Coming up, men have always faced rejection. Modern women are less empathetic towards men because of aggressive pickup artists. But here's the rub, so to speak. There are more aggressive pickup artists because men...
It's funny how they surround themselves. They match with them on Tinder and Bumble. They match with these aggressive pickup artists. Crazy, right? It's not like they just get jumped out of the bushes. Something just, whoa, gotcha. No, they match. They they like what they see. They potentially even like, the conversation that's going down.
And know that women are visiting Hoville. There are more creeps making moves on good women than good men like you. No wonder her perception is skewed and she's a little standoffish. Okay, so these are some of the reasons why.
There was quite a few decent points there, but that's a wrong point. You are matching, you are almost seeking out these NBA stars and rappers and stuff. You're picking them. You've got to take that accountability. You picked them. You're an adult now. You're smart and strong and independent. So you can take some accountability that comes along with that.
Modern dating is hard for men, but what can you do about it? The good news is there are good men like you who are finding, attracting, and keeping the good women out there. Yes, there are some good women left. I get success stories from average guys all the time. So how can you be one of those lucky guys? Here are 5 ways to fix it. I wish I could wave a magic wand and...
Well, it's interesting you phrase it that way. How can you be one of those lucky guys? Meaning that it is an outlier. If you're going to phrase it like that, you're going to be one of the lucky ones. Well, you've got to know what a good girl is. And once you see one, you can't mess around. You can't date a good girl for 5 years or whatever. There's months. I've seen it with some of my friends. 2-3 months. Because if you don't snap that up, another guy will. Because there is a lack of these quote-unquote good girls running around.
Fix all the broken women, all the broken people out there. But of course I can't, and neither can you. And there's no point in wallowing in the negativity of modern dating reality. So the best thing you can do is what you...
The majority of this video is doing it. You just give all the 7 things. But I mean, okay, we're going to hold out just for a little bit, see what the fix is.
Can do. So let's look at what you can do to make modern dating less difficult. Number 5 is really key. Number 1, become the best you for you. Work on any areas of your life where you would benefit from improvement, whether it's health or career or finance or social life or a new skill or hobby. Do it.
I mean, to me, these are quite obvious. And I don't think anyone needs to tell me to get my health in order, to tell me to get finances in order. But there you go, health, career, finance, social skill, hobby. And it's like, people say, well, why don't you just do videos? That's it. You don't need to do a whole video on just set your alarm clock and get to work. I mean, it is that simple. But anyway, gents, we're going to leave it right there. As always, thoughts, comments, but low. And hit that like on the way out. It takes 1.5 seconds. And smash that subscribe button right now. Press it. Come on, guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.